A person once shared his struggles just to be told to deal with it by his friends and family. Ashamed and silent, he hid his pain in the shadows, forcing a smile every day and battling isolation. At school he was ignored, at home he was neglected. Everywhere he go, the chains hold him in place. In the end, he could no longer fight anymore and took his own life, believing that no one would truly understand how he feels. His story is not unique, however. It's a tragedy faced by millions of people. According to the World Health Organization, over 700,000 people die by suicide annually, and most of these cases are tied to untreated mental health conditions and stigma and lack of support. Research also shows that this discrimination prevents individuals from seeking help, severing their conditions, and in worst case scenario, suicide. It is time we face this injustice and bring mental health struggles into the light. As our world has evolved to solve humanity-ending problems, yet this advancing world had failed to address the issues of its individuals that keep its society running. This issue affects 1 in 8 people worldwide, affecting how they live their lives, bringing struggle after struggle. Some live to fight another day while others couldn't hold on, and yet no one seems to realize and even disgrace the issue itself. Ladies and gentlemen, the issue that I'm talking about is about mental health and the stigma and discrimination that it attracts, limiting our progress to create a flawless society. My name is Dhitinando, and today I will hope to address the silence around mental health and breaking the stigma that latches onto it. The reality is, mental health is just as important as physical health, but unlike visible injuries, mental illnesses are often hidden, dismissed, or even met with shame. This stigma doesn't just discourage the idea of solving a problem, it also prevents people with these problems seeking for help, isolating and silencing those who are suffering, and causing barriers that make recovery even harder. Disregarding this issue will further decelerate the steps to a global solution. For example, in the UK, the funding of the National Health Service budget for mental health centres as well as research and treatments have decreased from 11%, which was already low, to 9%, and have scrapped a 10-year mental health plan that could have helped thousands, if not millions of people in the UK, freeing them from their struggles. If we could solve COVID-19, a pandemic that appeared in 2019, to be eradicated in just 2 years, why can't we work together to solve and help people with mental illnesses and disorders in order for them to be cured? And it's just, they have been suffering since centuries and decades. Heck, even when humanity started, mental health has always been a problem. Mental health refers to the emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It explains how we feel, express, and relate to others. But unlike physical health, the complexity of the brain poses challenges in solving a global solution for mental health. Primarily because mental health is a global situation, as almost everyone globally is affected. Research shows that almost every individual knows at least one person with a mental illness or disorder. And these causes of mental illnesses can vary from a variety of sources: genetics, like schizophrenia and anxiety disorders, to emotionally and psychologically, particularly through traumatic life experiences. Addressing this mental health issue doesn't only protect us, it also protects the people we love. Nevertheless, people still insist saying mental illness is fake. It's an excuse to get off work or school, or way to gain attention. And yet people still believed in these deceitful fabrications. They always tell them to toughen up, be a man, or just deal with it. But these heartless insults hurt the ones in need for help, pressuring them to just ignore it and continue to put up a smile, deepening the wounds already hidden beneath their appearance. However, I'm sorry to inform you that these people are telling the truth, the pain they experience and cope with every day. Waking up in the morning just to look in the mirror and say, just deal with it. No, mental illnesses are real. It's real. And it's a hidden pandemic spreading throughout the world beneath the mask of their smiles. Can't you see? Mental illnesses are not fake, are not imaginary. It's simply not something you can fix by saying just deal with it. Have empathy. These people cry in the shadows just to keep up with the stereotypes that we put up every day. And this is our response? Wherever you see, this stigma and discrimination can be seen everywhere. Students with visible mental health conditions such as ADHD, depression, or anxiety are often faced with bullying or exclusion from their classmates. They're often labeled as too weird, too emotional, lazy, lack of focus, and rather than given support, disrespectful teachers label them as not trying hard enough. Moreover, research also shows that 1 in 5 students with mental health conditions are reported being bullied or just worsening their conditions. Moreover, people and adults in the workplace often face discrimination through exclusion of offers and promotions just because of their mental health conditions. Research shows that about 50% of adults with mental health conditions in the workplace often face discrimination through exclusion of promotions, but also negative attitudes from their colleagues. Media and government also showed people with mental illnesses in a bad light, saying they're inferior and not important, as portraying them in movies as stupid, idiots, or crazy. But also not funding for mental health centers, respectively. No one is safe from these prejudice acts, and even in our daily lives, stereotypes putting up on people with mental illnesses, saying that they're dangerous, dismissing of mental health systems, of doctors, saying that it's a joke. And people even use mental health conditions to describe their daily activities going bad. Like saying I'm depressed just because I lost a game, just meaning we don't know the true agony that these people with mental illnesses have been experiencing their entire lives, and they're just disrespecting them. The fight against mental health stigma starts here with us. Every life matters, and we have the power to create a world where no one is ashamed of their struggles. We must challenge the stereotypes, demand action, and most importantly, treat the mental health with the way it deserves. We must educate the people and support one another and speak out until no voice is silenced. Fortunately, there are many ways to solve this issue. Schools and workplaces can implement policies to support mental well-being. Media can portray people with mental illnesses as in a good light. Governments can help fund for mental health centers, but not only that, encourage people in order for them to seek for help, and while doing so, prepare to help when they do so. In the end, we together must educate people about mental health in order to help the ones in need. And that is what I'm doing today. As in our world, we're all in this together. Together, with compassion, we can change it into a world where no one is ashamed of their struggles. Let's have a chance to break the stigma and have a chance for everyone to heal. Thank you.